Right.
And we should have sound now.
Should we have? Let's go.
All right, let's check it out. Let's see. Do you, Gary, you hear me yet?
I hear you. Oh, but you mean on
What?
the page?
I have the sound up, but there's no volume.
What, am I still muted? Don't tell me I got muted.
You didn't get muted. Something you can fix.
It's all fixable. Hold on.
Okay.
Wait, I think you hear me now, right?
I hear something.
You got sound now, right?
So, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we got sound now. Okay, woof. All right, welcome to the real discussion. It doesn't go without its issues.
We're off the rails.
We're off the rails
Yes,
early.
Early.
Right? Wow. So we got a big show today, and I'm glad everyone is coming into the room, and you're making way in the room and all that. This is the real discussion with Rock Logic, Gary Fax, and Robin.
Right. That's
his new name. You might see that we have some new things on the screen. Our names at the top. We also are advertising that we are on Spotify, so you guys can go to Spotify and hear us on Spotify. We're on Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Breaker, Anchor. We're on all those places. But on the screen, I just have Spotify and Apple Podcast up on the screen. Let you guys know that that's where we advertise at. That's where we do our shows. So some big things have happened this week. Very interesting. One of the things that happened was we are now going to be on the radio, terrestrial radio in Connecticut on WSME.
Whoa.
So we're going to do that. That's going to be great.
That's
What's
dope.
up.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So we're going to start that in January.
Okay.
Is the start date for that. So that's going to be incredible. You're going to have a great time, right? We're going to do that. Also, fortunately and unfortunately, we're going to start running commercials, right? So that's kind of the thing, right? Since we're doing radio, we have to do commercials.
Yep.
So we're going to start doing commercials, 15 minutes in, 30 minutes in, stuff like that. So that's what's going to go on. So that's one of the big things. LaFonda, she said, loud and clear, you're good now. Good evening. All.
Hi,
Hey,
LaFonda.
Fonda, what's up? Yeah, she in the
Hi,
building.
LaFonda.
So now we've moved on to end up on terrestrial radio, which I really enjoy that. So I think it's going to be fun. We got a couple of topics today we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the transition of power between Joe Biden and Donald Trump and the failures in that. We're going to talk about sex over 50. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about that. What is it like after 50? You know what I'm saying?
You tell me.
I turned 50.
I
I turned 50 and it just got different. That's all I'm
Right.
saying.
Things got different.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, Robin, what you got going on? What's happening this week, baby?
Oh, nothing. Just chilling. Getting ready for the holidays, as usual. But, life is good. I'm healthy. Everybody, all the people I love are healthy. So I really can't complain, but, things are going on in the world.
Yeah.
Got a new vaccine happening. It's funny because, they're now like interviewing black people, random black people, and asking them, about the vaccine. And they're like, nah, bro. They're it's so funny.
Yeah, it's just not a go. We're not doing that.
Yeah. So,
Right? We're not going to do the vaccine.
yeah, they had your man Al Sharpton talking about it today.
What did he say?
He was just like, we've been through a lot. It's going to take a lot for us to trust the vaccine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not going to be about, who you put in front of us to, actually take the vaccine. We don't believe you, right? A lot of myths they were debunking, talking about by the time it gets to black people, it's going to be the generic brand or whatever. But
Okay.
whether or not it's generic or not, if it works, it works, right? So, just watching TV, see what's going on out in the world.
Well, I guess that's what we're hoping for, right?
Yeah.
That, if it works, it works. I mean, they've had a couple of hiccups in, no pun intended. They had a couple of hiccups in London. Apparently, some of the healthcare providers that actually took and these are medical professionals that took the vaccine, had a severe allergic reaction.
Right.
Someone had a stroke and a heart attack and
What?
some other.
I didn't know about
It
that.
won't
I
last.
missed that. Gary Fax.
Yeah, and now they're talking about right? Didn't that happen? And now they're talking about if you take the vaccine, maybe you need to have an EpiPen nearby.
Oh my
if
God.
you have a history of allergies,
Oh no.
right? But there's a problem with that because you don't know you have allergies until you actually have the allergy.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
true.
Until the first time it happens.
Oh,
right?
no.
So these people, they're saying they had a history of allergies. I don't really believe that. if you're a healthcare provider, you know if you have a history of allergies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're a medical professional. And they took it. And the problem is we don't know what's in the vaccine.
Right.
So what does that do? That means there's a huge loophole right now that I could be like, yo, I got allergies.
Right.
I can't take that.
Right. Right.
You might kill me.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, Robin, what do you think?
Well, if, they're giving it to the healthcare professionals first, right? I think that's a job that can't be replaced like right away. So if they give it to a healthcare professional and something happens to them, how are they gonna how are they gonna replace the loss of that particular worker? That's a essential worker.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
So that's what I think about it. Gary, facts.
No, wait. I want to mention one more thing, Gary.
All right.
The first person, here's the dupe, right? It's a dupe. Okay. So the first person to receive the vaccine was a 90-year-old woman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Right? Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the deal. You get no brownie points for that.
Right.
She's got nothing to lose.
She's a banana peel slip away.
Listen, she's 90.
Right.
She's like this. If it kills me, I win. If I live, I win.
Right.
Right? She's
Right.
90 years old.
Right.
She's on borrowed time. I hate to sound cold, but she probably won't get to 100.
Wow.
Right? So they hit her with the vaccine like a 90-year-old woman took the vaccine. Yeah, okay, whatever, bro.
Give it to a 5-year-old and see what happens.
Right, and now let's talk turkey.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, here's the deal. They're not giving the vaccine to
kids.
Nope.
Right? They're waiting to see what happens with the adults.
Yeah. They have to have it in the child version before they give it to kids.
Yeah. Gary Facts, what are we talking about, baby? I'm on to you.
I mean, this vaccine stuff, yeah, it's a bit crazy. I know earlier on in the week, when Pfizer over in the UK, the UK government gave them basically immunity from getting sued.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
That's scary.
If your loved one took the vaccine and wind up getting severely ill
Yep.
or even dying, you can't sue them.
That's true.
So I got a problem with that.
We all do.
Because I'm suing.
There's a problem with that. So, and this is it's still like it's for emergency use. So it's
Right.
not even like, okay, we've done 5 years or
Right.
7 years, so we know it's good to go.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah.
it's like, come on, so there's things wrong. It's like,
Absolutely.
come on.
Right. I agree. So listen, my mystery special guest, please introduce yourself. Speaking to the microphone, pull the microphone over to yourself. All right, and kick it. What's happening, girl? Who are you?
Wait. You sound.
No, how?
I said, who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
And she said, and then she got off mic like they couldn't see her.
Yeah,
She was
no,
like,
but I'm
"Did you
saying
say-"
what they can hear.
They
I
can
am
see you.
Michelle.
Yeah, go ahead,
Go
Michelle.
ahead.
I'm
What's up, girl?
Michelle. I'm originally from Queens, but I moved here in Manhattan.
Okay.
I'm one of them who's over 50.
Yes.
We're going to talk about sex with
We're
you,
gonna,
girl.
yes, we're going to
I'm
talk
over
about
50.
it.
Yeah, we
Yes.
Well, let me see.
Go ahead. Just say some stuff.
Well, I just started. They have this lounge. It's in Manhattan on 145th, 146th. It's called the Legend. So me and another girl, we do brunch every Sunday there from 1 to 9.
Oh, nice.
So it's gonna end because they're gonna.
So
shut
what
everything
is the name of the establishment?
It's the Legend.
The Legend.
The legend.
Yeah.
The legend.
The Legend.
The Legend.
All right. And you're gonna do brunch.
We do brunch there every Sunday from 1 to 9.
So is there music? Like what? Tell me about it.
Yeah, what are we doing there?
Yes.
Because I want to come.
Okay, well it's.
I got to do it
music,
Sunday, I guess.
It's just drinks, hookah. It's everything.
That's up your
You got
alley,
a
Rock. You like the
line
hookah?
of
she got hookah.
food, fish, shrimp, grits, waffles, chicken.
Shell can
Oh,
she
it's
can
like-
throw down.
it's like
Oh, wait, are you cooking the food?
Everything. Yeah, I'm doing some cooking.
Yeah, Shell.
What?
Yeah, Shell can
all
throw
right.
down.
cook.
Let me tell you something.
You making the
I
grits?
cook. Oh yes, I have to.
Shrimp and
Oh, well,
grits. You
damn.
mix that
It's,
shrimp and
it's
grits.
uncivilized if I don't.
That's
Guess where?
it.
Guess where I'm coming this Sunday? I'm coming to get some
From
shrimp
1
and
to
grits
9.
From one, oh, good.
Yes.
And Shell is a very good singer as well.
Is she?
Yes.
Have
she's
you
a
done
very good-
anything professionally, or you just sing great?
No, it just
Yeah, she's
Robin. No, just around the house
that's-
and
no, she-
karaoke
no,
and
she
stuff.
does
That's
her
just
thing.
like
Let me tell you something.
But
Yes.
but also have karaoke there
Okay.
every other Wednesday from 6 to 10.
Which unfortunately is going to stop.
Right.
Yeah.
For
Right.
now. For
For now.
now.
For now, but we'll get back to it. We'll
Yeah.
get back to it. Listen, it all comes back, so don't sweat it.
We're going to come back
gonna be
strong.
It was getting good.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
sure. I'm sure. You know, we're just trying to, control the super spreader events. You know what I'm saying? I went to a super spreader event. I went, to my brother's house.
That was you always
But let me ask you something like
Yeah.
the spread, because on the news how they always say they're going to shut down stuff because of what's going on. Do you think that it's like like restaurants and bars and like stuff like that, so that like people who have like a lot of get-togethers and a whole lot of company in their own residence? Because I've seen that.
right.
So you're asking, are those super spreader events, or?
You
Well-
think it's more from that or more from?
Oh,
Well, I think. Well, no. I mean, I think they're
What'd you
trying
say,
to
Robin?
narrow it down, aren't they? Because they're saying that in restaurants, the ventilation is not that great, right? They did a study about how the coronavirus is spread. They said that one person without the mask can spread it to a person within 12 minutes. That's how fast it can be. It's just really. It's really fast. So if there's a place that's like you have like no open windows and everything's closed because it's cold, yeah, it's a definite possibility. But it's stupid because the restaurants, they're trying to accommodate people outside, but they're building
Right.
like they're building
Enclosed.
shacks. Yeah.
outside.
Taking up all the parking spaces.
Yeah, but
and
it's still
everything.
inside outside. It's inside outside.
Like BBQ.
Yeah, it's inside outside. It's still inside. So it's a defeat of the purpose, right? So now they got to shut it down. All those restaurants that built these big old shacks outside of the restaurants.
Dominican Republic shacks.
Yeah, they got to close those too because nobody's going to be able to eat there. It's all takeout again. It's a whole lot of money spent on nothing.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's pretty silly. So, I mean, we can continue to talk and you gotta understand something. This COVID thing is affecting a lot of things.
Yeah.
One of the things that I realized recently is I was smoking hookah, and I was talking to an MTA worker. And he said the MTA is down like 40-50%, right?
No,
Yeah.
62%.
62%.
62%.
Yeah. So a lot of those guys that work for the MTA, they're about to get laid off.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, they did say they was laying off a lot of them.
They have to.
They have to because the ridership is down. Then I was in an Uber the other day, and the dude was like, "So the MTA guy mentality was that the Uber guys are picking up the work because people don't want to ride the trains." No. I'm riding with the Uber guy. The Uber guy's like, "Yo, it's slow, it's dead."
Right.
So the deal is this: it ain't the fact that people are riding the Ubers and getting the overflow. It's people are working from home.
people. Yeah.
Yep.
Straight up. And then there are the people that have moved out of New York City.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Right? And they moved out of New York City because they figured out one thing. I can work in Florida
Right.
and get New York money.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
right.
I can make $150,000 a year
Right.
in an economy that I only need $50,000
Right.
to
That's true.
survive.
That's right.
Living like
Yes,
a
that's
king.
it.
You-
That's right.
You live like a king. So why wouldn't I do that? You know what I mean? I'm on my computer, I get up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As long as I don't do anything weird like jerk off on a Zoom meeting,
Right.
I'm cool.
The tubing. You don't want to tube.
I don't want to do no
You don't,
tubing.
yeah, you don't want to. You don't want to tube.
I don't want to tube.
No, don't tube. Don't
Right.
do the tubing.
So, but other than that, I mean, it makes perfect sense. If you can work in another state where the cost of living is much lower, but you
Right.
still make New York money,
Yeah,
why wouldn't you leave?
that's true.
Why wouldn't you leave and go get you a nice big old house and chill?
That's true.
So what's happening really is I think the New York City population is going down. And you know what? Damn. Okay. Listen, I'm at
The 15.
yeah, I'm at the 15 minute.
Let's-
So I'm going to run a commercial real quick and then we'll be right back after that.
Hello. You really doing the commercials too.
We are back. All right, I had to do that. I had to play the commercial. We got to pay bills around here now. So, Robbie.
Yes.
Talk to me about the transition to power. What do we got going on, Mama?
Well, I mean, the transition of power that we're referring to today is in regards to the Vice President-elect Joe Biden and the outgoing President Donald J. Dump.
Right.
Okay. Right now we have about 107 senators who refuse to acknowledge that Joe Biden is the president of the United States, or will be the president of the United States. And I think that in doing so, they are trying to filibuster. They're going to filibuster every bill that Joe Biden has coming down, every law, every measure that he wants to fix whatever Donald Trump has done wrong. They're going to be the ones cock blocking. Let's just put it that way. And not only that, but they're using that slogan to raise money. This is a grift that I believe Donald Trump has mastered at this point. He's saying, he acknowledged today, though, on Twitter, that he said it was the Biden administration.
Yeah.
And he's like, we need to take this country back. And I'm like, this is it. This is the campaign slogan for everyone who's, following him for the next 4 years. And in that, they're just going to this, supporters, and they're saying, give me $1, give me $2, help me win in 2024. And, they're going to keep that grift going for 4 years.
He's starting early.
Yeah.
What's interesting about that is... what's interesting
Talk about it, because you know what? No, listen.
Sometimes I get lost because I'm old.
No, it's all right, because we had a discussion. We talked about two phrases that are now, becoming much more mainstream than they should. One is sedition.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Right?
What is sedition, Robin? I don't even know what that is.
All right, let me go into my little Googie. Let me go in, and I can define it for you perfectly.
And by the way, I'm just want to say, I admit I admire Donald Trump's gumption. Right?
Okay.
Because his whole concept is this: I never surrender. I'm just going to keep going. I don't surrender. No matter what's happening around me, and we were talking about this on the Raw Perspective with Lace, right? No matter what happens, will never surrender.
He'll never surrender.
Let me tell you something. That is gumption, right? That's like, if we all had that, we'd all be rich.
I don't think so.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, we all had that. I'm not going to surrender. I will do what I got to do to achieve the goal that I want to achieve.
He won't shed no blood, though. He'd rather have other people do it for him, though.
That's the other part of it, right? Because what we said on the other show was he's like P.T. Barnum, right? A sucker's born every day. Yeah. But the thing that we didn't understand on that other show is, if you have the mantra of P.T. Barnum, the circus dude, right? If you have that mantra, then guess what? Everybody, all of us, black, white, Chinese, wherever, we're all the suckers.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
There's a sucker born every minute, however.
Yeah.
Know that there's a law. It's a karmic law. You cannot fool all the people all the time.
That's right.
Okay? It's going to be a time where you're going to have to be accountable. We did a show on that.
For sure. Yes.
That's right.
You're going to have to come to terms.
Right. So that method of, although there's a gumption there, it doesn't make it the right way to live.
Okay.
He is the person who wears a diaper. Anybody who needs to wear an adult diaper, okay, if they feel that they can get away with stuff,
hey, Evie.
fine.
Yvette's on the line.
Hey, but you know what? Not a here nor there. I don't agree, but I don't agree that he has gumption. I don't agree with it.
I think it is gumption.
I think it's cowardice. Honestly, he's throwing people in front of him.
Oh, you know what? That side of it, you're right. Because that is some coward shit, right?
It is.
If you're going to be about it, then you be about it 100%.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I agree with that.
Right.
Go ahead, Gary. What are we talking about?
Well, I wanted to, before Gary go, I wanted to talk about sedition.
Oh,
this
please.
is the definition. This is what you wanted.
This is what I need.
Okay, so sedition is defined as words or speech that incite people to rebel against the government, right? Mm-hmm. Or governing authority. Words that inspire a revolution that overthrows the government is an example of sedition. conduct or language inciting rebellion against authority or state.
So this is what Donald Trump is doing.
Absolutely.
100%.
That's what the
Good, Gary.
these
Hold on. You got Lazy Lays calling in. Hold
Oh,
on.
Lays.
Hold on. Lazy Lays.
Master.
Yo.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Yeah, baby. Come on.
Oh my God.
What's up, Lays? What's happening, baby?
Who that, Robin?
Yes.
Come on, Robin.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
Robin.
Hey, Lays.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
Come on, baby. Let me tell you something, Robin. I had a storm this weekend.
Oh yeah.
I had a Robin storm.
Oh.
Yeah.
What does that mean exactly?
I don't know.
I love it.
Oh,
I
man.
love it too.
First of all, shout out to my boy Lord Master Rollo coming on the road.
Shout out to Lord Master Rocco.
Yeah.
Welcome to
Yeah,
the greatest podcast on earth.
Tasty and tasty, we call him. You know.
Colorado.
Colorado. You know, we had a good guest tonight. My man Randy James, the armed cyclist. He drove across the country he drove from North Dakota to West Palm Beach, Florida. Like it was some bullshit. Like I ain't never seen. That's some real white people stuff. I'll tell you right now.
So,
man.
ladies, y'all call him the armed cyclist, right?
Cyclist, yeah, because he travels with his gun on his hip.
Whoa.
Oh, he is
On
really
a bike.
armed.
On a
He's
a
armed,
bicycle?
but- yeah, bicycle. Yeah, he rode his bicycle
Wow.
from North Dakota to Key West.
Oh, okay.
Seattle to Key West.
Well,
Yeah.
he ain't worrying about
Like
no
I said-
sundown town, so he must be white then.
That's some white people stuff.
Yeah,
That's
he
crazy.
must be white.
He's white as a ghost. But he's a
Well,
nice
good
guy.
guest, though, man. He's a nice guy. We had a great time. Great conversation.
Yeah,
He started an advertising company. He's from Canada, from zero. It's worth about $20 million now. He's just like I believe in the American dream. He doesn't understand that that's a white American dream, but I got you.
It's all right, that's Andy. So, ladies, what do you think about the transition to power and how this thing is going between Biden and Trump? What do you think about that?
Well, first of all, let me tell you something. Trump is testing the powers and exposing the fact that this is not a democracy. The United States is not a democracy. It's not a democracy. It's a republic.
Yeah.
Shifting ground. Because what they're doing is, it's like a kid playing a game, and every time he starts to lose the game, he changes the rules to the game. That's what's happening.
Ah.
So he almost pulled it off. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Trump almost pulled off some bullshit.
Yeah, you know
that
what?
never happened.
Go ahead, Gary Fax.
I think as much as Trump was trying to get away with all his legal stuff, I mean, with his lawsuits, you know, we still have a constitution, you know, and even some of these judges that he appointed, they were throwing his nonsense out.
Well, you know, I think Donald Trump is the biggest test we've had to the democratic system.
I agree with that. I
The
do.
issue is with Trump, though, is
Since Rutherford behaved,
all Trump needed was a couple of, well, he made a mistake. He started saying the plays. He wasn't supposed to say the plays. Once he started saying the plays, the jig was up. Anyway, we already knew in plain sight what he was doing. All he
okay,
needed,
Robert,
though.
I'm going to correct you. Here's what the mistake Trump made. He let that judge go through before his term was over. If he'd have waited for the term,
Kennedy, you mean?
because
No, the
Yeah,
Amy
yeah.
chick. No,
No,
isn't it?
Kennedy.
yeah,
No,
Amy.
Amy, the
Oh.
one he just
The
just
one he
did.
confirmed.
Yeah,
Oh,
the one
okay.
he just-
Yeah. Because the whole reason why they got him there,
After
besides
RBG died,
besides identity politics,
right?
they got him there because they wanted the judges,
Mm-hmm.
and Trump was going to ram the judges through. So when Amy's homie, Amy Roney Barrett got through, they don't need him no more.
Okay.
So now they don't need him no more. So they're like, yo, go do your own thing. Take Giuliani, y'all go out there and bug out. But at the end of the day, if you get through, you get through. You know he's not going to get through.
Well-
and we're going to go into 4 years of a quiet, or 2.5, and then Kamala.
Right. Well,
Anyway,
I'm referring to, what I'm referring to is when he had asked the Michigan what was that? The county elector. He invited 2 of them to go to the White House after
Right.
they needed 2 and 2, 4, or they needed a majority. But I know 2 was Democratic and 2 was Republican. And
Means absolutely nothing.
and
Means nothing.
yeah, but I think it was setting the stage because remember when they came back from the White House, they needed all 4 or they needed a majority of any. One of the Republicans decided to abstain. He just decided not to show up. He's like, I'm not even voting because he didn't want to make the error, right? He didn't want to make the error of being the only man out. I think he knew that his partner was going to flip on him. So they had 3 and he was out, so it passed. So they were able to certify the results. But I'm saying that.
Yeah, but what you don't understand, let me say something. What we're talking about is basically a sort of a rubber stamp. Like
Right.
when the population votes in a state, this is why the American electoral system is the safest in the world, because it's a decentralized electoral system. Okay, we can argue about popular vote versus electoral vote, just one thing, but it's a decentralized system. So in order to commit fraud, you would have to commit fraud on so many small levels that it would exhaust you. Technical fraud would be.
Yeah, but isn't that the point of all of those lawsuits? Isn't that the point of all?
Those are specious. Those are specious lawsuits because when he just was just trying to figure it. Trump is a guy who I know.
Oh, you know
The way
him.
he does it is, if I throw I do know dog. If I throw enough lawsuits against the wall, something may stick. He's trying to do it it's a numbers game for Trump. Come on, this guy actually ran a casino and built people out of money in New York City. He still became president. Everything that Trump did where he should have been president, he still was president because he felt if I throw enough bad things to the wall, you're only going to remember the one good thing I did. And that's what Trump is.
I don't
So at the
know.
end of the day,
He did a lot of bad
time to
things.
go.
I mean,
Yeah, but you really, how much do you really remember?
I remember all of them. I remember everything.
yeah,
I remember from the Access Hollywood bus grabbing coochie. I remember that. I remember the Stormy Daniels and that other Playboy.
How much can you prove is illegal?
How much can I prove is illegal? Well, that's above my pay grade, baby. All I know is
But there you go. That's the point I'm making to you.
well,
He's like, it's not about what I could do, it's what I should do. And at the end of the day, people can't prove that what he did was illegal, and that's why he skated.
well, I think
yeah.
after he becomes president, there's going to be a lot of things that's going to be exposed that we don't know yet.
Letitia James, she's just salivating at the
Well,
mouth, waiting
I think
for
it's more than Letitia James. He
He's
was
going.
well. There's
Guys, I need a minute, right?
Oh, yes.
And I don't want to jump. I'm not cutting you off. Here's what I'm saying. I'm at that because we're doing.
yeah.
I'm
Let's
at the
do
15 minute mark.
increments.
Give me 1 second, ladies. I got to play a commercial real quick, okay?
Play the commercial.
All right, here we
Oh,
go.
come on, we doing real radio. Go ahead, Rocco.
Full stack
That's it.
application development platform for professional developers. Quickly create mobile and web applications, chatbots, and reactive web apps for any device. Build your data models, workflows, logic, and pixel perfect user interfaces and interactions, and even add your custom code. All inside the most advanced IDE. Integrate any system and source of data and publish with a click. Get more done with OutSystems. This is
Cool.
OutSystems.
Just had to play that, y'all. All right, cool. Got it done. All right, we're back.
And now we're back to the real discussion with Lord Master Rock Logic and the Gary Information. What do you go, Gary Fact, and my girl Robin.
Go ahead, Robin. Continue.
Am I on?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh, there's
let me
no-
get your back.
okay.
Yeah. No, I'm basically, other than him, throwing things around and making it stick, I just think that if he had a couple.
Hold on. What's up, Farrell Mungo? That's my brother right there. It's good to see you in the chat room. What's up, Farrell?
Hello.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that if he had a couple people, if he'd have kept it quiet enough without going to Twitter and broadcasting everything, I think he probably could have got away with it. He's a big mouth. He
Right.
said things he shouldn't have said, and if he had moved quietly like a ninja, I think he would have had a couple people putting the screws to the system for him, and he could have got away with it. That's what I'm saying.
Well, Trump can't move quietly. He's
I
a
was just
fan
going
of
to say
P.T.
that.
Barnum.
Yeah.
He's a fan of P.T. Barnum, and let me tell you something. He figures by diffusion and noise, he can confuse you enough that he can rob your pocket by confusing you, and that's what Trump does.
Oh.
He robs your pocket by confusing you.
Oh, well, not me.
I mean, I think, well, first, let me say it just came across the wire that the Supreme Court
Just, rejected
they threw
the...
out that Texas case, which
Yeah.
I knew they were going to do.
Yeah, but they got
Of course
other...
they're gonna reject.
But why
Yeah.
would they have other governors going in and joining this? Well, no, other AGs, right? The AGs from other states like Utah.
Because people don't remember anything. So there's no price to pay. There's no price to pay for the foolishness of the Republican Party. The Republican Party will not have to pay the price for what they did with Trump.
Why do you
And
think
what
that
they did with
is?
Trump is ridiculous.
Why do you think they won't pay
Because
the
the
price?
people are idiots. That's why.
Okay, I believe it.
Who are they going to be accountable to? The people. The people are idiots. They're going to vote them same clowns back in. Mitch McConnell still gets his seat. Lindsey Graham, holla, I'm going to still get my seat. And that's what they're going to do. Yeah, that's what they're going to do.
I don't know.
So really, here's my point: is this really like the government against the people, right?
Yes.
Because if there's always a stalemate, right, in Congress, then really that stalemate is about us, right? So it almost feels like, in spite of the fact they're fighting against each other, but it almost feels like, you know what, they're fighting against us
I'll tell you why.
and our survival.
And I'll tell you why. Because
Listen, I'm going to stop you right here. It's white people. And for the last 2,000 years, white people didn't mind being subjugated. It is what it is.
all right, also, too, you got to remember also, Republicans are pro-corporate. It's a corporate,
Of course,
a
yes.
corporate party.
Yeah.
They just approved a week extension for the benefits. Mitch McConnell was going to throw it out. They approved it, I think, a week extension or whatever for the benefits or the relief for stimulus.
Right.
Now, instead of making that a full relief stimulus for everybody, there was something in that bill that Mitch McConnell said, no, you got to take it out. And that was, and it shocked me, one of the stipulations in that bill for that stimulus was but there's a provision where if you get COVID and your boss, if you get COVID as a result of your boss not letting you take off,
You can't sue.
you can't sue.
Right, that was another bill. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
He wants that in the bill. He wants that in the bill. And I don't know why these Republicans, these politicians believe that corporations are better or more, has more value than people.
Well, they've always
Bring your face in. There you go. Now go.
the Republicans. They're so pro corporate. I guess a lot of them they get paid off or they get their donors from a lot of these corporate companies.
Right.
Gary, you don't talk much, so I don't like cutting you off. But let me just say this to you.
You got a lot of things
Let me
to say, Liz.
just say this to you. The Republicans are about stealing money.
They
The
still.
same people that made the vaccine are
I
the same
agree.
people that made oxycodone.
Right.
At the end of the day, chicken, tobacco, NRA, they're about getting that
Stealing
money.
money, stealing
And then when
money.
they break the economy, Democrats back in, they put the money in the people's hands, and the people like drones in the Matrix go back and buy money to keep the corporations richer. That's the way this system
It's just
works. Please
it's
understand.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but it's true. I got to tell you, it's true.
Listen, I concur with everyone,
But
everyone
I'm
is
just saying
saying.
though. But why hold up a stimulus package if they're going to get their money anyway? Why deny someone whose benefits are getting cut off?
Because it's the government against the people. Right? That's really what
And
it
why
feels
make it
like.
easy for Biden?
Huh?
And why make it easy for Biden?
Exactly. So here's the deal, and I'm talking to
You're
you
gonna
guys
deal
in
with this for
Atlanta,
all
right?
4 years.
Because we on the radio in Atlanta coming up next week, right? And here's the deal in Atlanta: you guys got to get out and vote.
That's right.
Here's the deal: the issue is this: Joe Biden's presidency is not complete unless we control the Senate.
That's correct.
That's right.
If we control both houses, then the job is complete.
can do some things.
But up until right
As
now,
much as I hate those feckless Democrats and get rid of Nancy Pelosi, I do believe Rock is right. Go out there and vote,
Yeah.
Atlanta. We need y'all.
Get it right, because at the end of the day, right? What are we doing, right? If the Senate controls the Senate, right? Then the
They
issue
only need
is
2 seats to be a majority.
right. So now
That's the power.
that's the power. That's the power. And without
And they don't
that,
want you to have
Joe Biden has no power.
Right.
Without that,
Right.
it's a fight for
That's
him.
what they did with Obama, right?
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. So I'm talking to you, Atlanta, and y'all are online, and I see you all online, and we come into the station.
Government, the leader of foreign government to come in who was against Obama to speak to the Senate. That ain't never been done. When Netanyahu came in and spoke to the Senate against Obama, a sitting president, is so disrespectful that
Exactly.
they listen. These people
Tell
ain't
them,
got
Lays.
no rules, no morals. Trust me when I tell you. It's not what I could do, it's what I should do.
Right.
And at the end of the day, you got to vote them bastards out. Term limits for everybody. Let's go.
And also too, no, because this was also
What's up, DJ Storm? I see you, Barry. Barry's in the room. What's up, DJ Storm?
there was also some debate about term limits. Like there's an age limit to be a part of, Congress. You have to be 35 in order to serve, or something like that. You have to be a minimum age.
I got 3 minutes for commercial.
Okay. Now, what do you think? Do you or anybody here? Do you think there should be a maximum age? Because I think what's her name, Dianne Feinstein, something like that.
These motherfuckers are 1,000 years old. What are you doing?
No, and they're like being reconfirmed and re-elected. Like, should it be a
Mitch
cutoff?
McConnell should not be in the Senate no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Him and his black
Lindsey
hand.
Graham should not be in South Carolina no more. I
Right.
just want to say that Obama is a terrible man.
No, honestly, I think there should be a cap. There should be a cap, like
Right.
for real. There should
8
be a
years,
cap.
That's it. Bye. 8
Yeah.
years. Bye.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, gang,
All right,
give me a
it's time.
second. I got to go to commercial.
Go to
right?
commercial.
I'm
I'm
going
going
to
to
play
jump off. You guys enjoy the show. Listen, I love your show, Rock. I'll talk to y'all later. It's Uncle Ray.
All right. I know you're going to call back, but that's all right.
Then we'll go back. I got to play both commercials back to back, so give me a second, all right, y'all? We're going to commercial break.
This is OutSystems, the most complete full-stack application development platform for professional developers. Quickly create mobile and web applications, chatbots, and reactive web apps for any device. Build your data models, workflows, logic, and pixel-perfect user interfaces and interactions, and even add your custom code, all inside the most advanced IDE. Integrate any system and source of data and publish with a click.
All right, we're back. Had to do the commercial break.
Hey, I just want to give some shout outs to my watch party.
Go ahead, please. Gary, go ahead, go.
I wanna give a shout
'Cause
out
let us Gary on the screen first. Go ahead.
I got to give a shout out to my dear friend Tona. She's from California. She checks in with us every week. We got a long distance shout out. My friend Natalia from Argentina.
Nice.
And my friend Tara from Oregon checking in. So yeah, I just want to give those shout outs.
Y'all need to get active in the chat room. I like seeing when y'all in the chat room and stuff. So I'm sure you're in Gary's chat room, but I like to see you in the main chat room. That's dope. Michelle.
Yes.
Well, listen, this is your. I mean, I don't want to be presumptuous. Is this your first podcast experience?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't put me on the spot.
And how are you? Are you enjoying the podcast?
She's a podcast virgin.
Oh man.
She's a podcast virgin.
We popped your cherry.
She did.
Ooh.
Yes. And speaking of
Bust that wide open.
Hey, you know.
Hey.
And speaking about popping the cherry,
That's it.
we're going to now talk about sex over 50. This is for all my people in the house that you're over 50 years old and you're still having sex.
Sex over 50.
So start it off, Rock. I mean, this is something You seem to be very interested in.
I am. You know what? Because I've noticed, right, in my own thing, right? You know, I'm 50. I'm coming up on 54 on January 2nd. I'll be 54, right? And I'll probably throw a birthday party here at the station or whatever. We're going to do stuff, right? And I'm thinking about, you know, we're going to do Christmas here. I'm thinking we should do a little Christmas thing here,
Sure,
right?
sure, okay.
Even if then fall on Friday, we should do a little Christmas thing.
Yeah.
And we should probably do a little New Year's thing here.
Wow, you really what? Are you okay?
You know what? I want to celebrate the holidays with everybody that supports us on this podcast.
I like that.
That's what's up.
That's a
I
great
like that.
idea.
I like that, too.
That's
I
a
don't want to
great
take
idea.
the time off. I want to be engaged and involved.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that.
So we can toast, we can wear suits, like we do the whole thing, you know?
Okay.
And then maybe, you know, I'm going to talk to Lays and see if we can create a really big Zoom
Oh,
of
that'd be
people.
great.
And we counted down on New Year's. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Because the city's going to be down on lockdown. So I want to, you know, and hey, y'all in the chat room, if you think we should do a New Year's Eve show and you're going to participate, just hit it in the chat room and be like, yeah, I'm down. I'm good. I want to know if it's a good idea. But sex over 50.
Yo, all right.
I'll
So,
be 51 in January.
Okay.
okay.
All right.
What do you want?
What do you want to know, Robin?
What do I want? Yeah, I want to know. Like, why did you, come up with this topic? I want to know.
Because I've come to realize as a 53-year-old man that sex is a little different. I think it's not a priority anymore, right? I think that you're more, you want someone that you like. You want a death companion, right? You want somebody you could die with, right? And you don't really care if you hump them, right? You're just like, I need to die with this person. I need somebody that agrees with my ideology, that agrees with what I'm trying to do. I'm upwardly motivated. What do you bring into the relationship?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Where are you at? And then after that, the sexual thing can happen. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But you want all these other things in place. Also, you know, the older you get, the less and it's not a stamina thing. 'Cause
It can't be, not-
I got a lot of stamina. My stamina's popping.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm great. I got stamina. It's pretty ridiculous. You know, but I think what it is that also you become less inhibited after your 50s. You know what I'm saying? When you first start having sex in your teen years, you know, you're trying to figure stuff out, you know, and the girl, and you figure stuff out, and, you know, and she's like, I don't give no head. You're like, all right, I'm going to pop it in your mouth. Don't worry about it, right? And then, like, you're doing things like, okay.
You mean pop a nut in her mouth?
No, just popping in the mouth. You haven't advanced to the nut yet. You're just trying to get a little head, right? Yeah, that's all. You want to get some balls on the chin.
Yeah.
Right? That's all you're trying to
yeah.
do. Right? And then the other thing is, all right, listen, baby, let me put your pants inside, and I'm just going to stick the tip in. Right?
There's no such thing.
Exactly. But that's what we should say. Listen, I'm going to put the tip in.
Right.
And then when you got the tip in, you're going full shaft. Right?
Right.
But that was the con. Right?
Okay.
But at 50...
Is there a con at 50?
No, because you really don't care.
Well, I mean, listen, because
Listen, if the girl comes over and says, no, you don't care.
Men, a lot of older men, are attracted to younger women. Right?
For sure.
So, although, I mean, maybe your stamina is popping, like you said.
Yeah, I'm rocking and shocking.
But do you, I mean, as
the shocking is the funny part.
Let's just say,
They're like, you do that?
So how do you approach sex at 50 or after 50 to a younger person you want to get with?
Okay, that is a great question. And the answer is this. The first question you want to ask somebody when you're over 50, right, and you're dating, right? The first question you want to ask, right, because this will eliminate all the BS.
Okay.
Do you still get your period? Right?
Wow.
Okay, so if you're still bleeding, that means you're breeding. I want nothing to do with you. I don't want any kids at 54. Right? I just want to know if you still get your period, you are off the table.
Still on the shelf. You on the shelf, right?
You still sit. You on the shelf, baby.
So why then do older men date younger women then?
Well, I mean, part of
To
that
have
is
a kid, right?
I mean, and that's up to you, right?
Right.
If your deal is, I don't think they didn't have a kid. I think it's the end result of it. And you got to understand, it's the personality traits, right? There are people that use condoms and people that don't.
Right.
Right? That's straight up, right?
That's straight up.
And let's just be honest.
Okay.
Condoms are a little uncomfortable, right? They're a little uncomfortable. I'm not saying that you shouldn't use them or you should use them. I'm only saying, listen, here's the deal. Nature is nature. Raw dog is nice, right?
Right.
And when you have the rubber, you got to make sure you lubricate. There's a lot of things going on. You can't
There's a
feel
lot of
sensation.
different rubbers out
Right.
there too.
Listen, 100%. I agree.
There's
However,
cock rings. There's things that
as the older person, right, for what you're talking about that dates younger women, he is walking through a minefield.
Oh,
I think that he's stupid.
he's stupid.
Yes, because what you're asking for is whether you use protection or not, the potential of you having a baby, because she still gets a period,
It's still the
Right.
same.
is high.
Right.
Right.
Still the
So
same.
I don't want nobody that does that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's sex after 50.
Ah, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well,
Right?
good for you.
I mean, how's sex after 50 going for you?
I don't know. I haven't had sex in almost 5 years.
And we go to radio silence.
Don't you have a commercial you want to go to?
Hold on. We got to talk to Robin off camera. Hold on. I'm going to commercial on that one. Hold on. Oh, my God. Hold on, girl. You didn't say that. Hold on. All right, so we're back. After a very stunning revelation. Oh shit! I'm taking my glasses off. I'm like, I haven't had sex in 5 years.
I just have not.
Let me just go to the chat room. Hold on. Now.
You can't even see.
Oh, okay. There you go. Okay. New Year's Eve party. That's what Evie says.
All right.
DJ Storm's like, let's go. He's like, come on, let's do it. Right? Yvette Sills is like, New Year's Eve party. Come on, let's do it. LaFonda's like, now it's routine. I guess she was talking about the sex thing. And then somebody he said, you want to be famous? Of course I want to be famous, but yes, I want to be famous. And that was from Twitch. So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
LaFonda's right. It kind of becomes routine also, right? I mean, if you have been engaged with the same partner since forever,
Right.
it becomes very routine,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
And you
Right.
guys kind of figure out what you like,
Yeah.
right? And you like this and you like that, and that's what you do, right? And I think that that's the travesty of it all, really, right? That it becomes routine,
Right.
Because then we got to kind of figure out how to spice it up,
Right. Well,
Right.
that takes work.
and that takes work.
Yeah,
You
and
know what I'm saying?
imagination, and
Okay, Robin,
people-
who hasn't? Good, Gary.
Gary.
Oh.
Good. No, get to Gary.
Yeah, I'm going to Gary because Gary.
Yes, Gary.
I'm like, when's Gary have sex?
Yeah, I want to hear about it. Gary facts.
I
Facts.
think that-
Gary facts. Go.
So, I mean, you have to have look. You have to have people that are there's some people that are more adventurous than others.
Yeah.
I think in this day and age now, even with people that are above 50,
Yeah.
50 and up, or even 40 and up, they have some alternative lifestyles.
That's true.
And a lot of those alternative lifestyles, they started as a subculture,
Right.
But now it's like
Mainstream.
damn near mainstream
Yep.
now. So, I think when you have a partner that's sort of on the same level with you,
Right.
Okay.
where you can explore.
Yeah.
Because I think it's fine to explore. Like if you and your partner's on the same page, and
Yeah.
y'all want to explore whatever it is that y'all want to do in terms of your sexuality or
Yeah.
what y'all want to get into, then y'all can go out and make it happen.
Yeah. Michelle, what do you have to say about it?
Yeah,
honestly?
please, Michelle.
Come on.
Let's talk
Come
about
on.
it,
We're
baby.
all
All
the same age group. Come on.
Right.
right.
Well, for me,
First of all, are you in a relationship?
yes.
All right, so now go.
And I'm 54. I'm going to be 55 in April.
All right, talk to the mic.
Okay. So my honey is 44.
Hey.
Oh, you cougar.
No, silver fox. Silver fox, not a
Silver
cougar.
Fox. Okay,
There you go.
go ahead.
But anyway, for me, I don't. And it don't matter to me if it happened or it don't, because a lot of times I honestly don't even be having a desire for it.
Well, that's a good point.
That's a
That's
good point.
right.
When it did everything, like he said, we've been with each other so long, we already know, and I used to say that. I tell other people too. I say, I already know what's gonna happen. I know when he wanted to happen. Or lay in the bed and tap the inside of your thigh and stuff like that. So
it's time, girl. It's time.
So we used to everything, and it's just like
get away, I ain't in the mood. I ain't in the mood.
So I don't really even be having a desire.
So I mean,
I don't.
Okay, so has it become
So when
less
it does
desirable?
when it does happen, it's maybe once every 2 or 3 months.
God damn.
Yeah, I
You're
thought.
you're the roommates.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. Hold on. In the chat room, LaFonda said, always keep an old candle ready.
There you go.
She's like, have her candle ready so you can do what you got to do. Really, I mean, you know what? And
I have candles
Right.
with fire on them, but I don't be having a desire. So
Right.
right.
Right, I
So
get that.
then back, them candles was lit.
Right, 100%.
That was it.
on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that's interesting because, I'm 54 coming up. And you know what? It's kind of like, if we do it, we do it. If we don't, we don't. I'm glad to have the company. And if we eat, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're that exciting of a woman that you excite me, then I will be exciting.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And then if you don't want to do it, then I'm like this. Don't worry about it. You ain't gotta do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll just cook some food, eat some chicken, and be cool.
Right.
Let's have some beer and talk.
Right.
I think after 50, you value the friendship more than you value the actual
I think it's
sexual
true.
activity.
I
There's an
totally agree with
intimacy
that.
there. Yeah. You have to be intimate with a person, spiritually. Honestly, I mean,
Correct.
yeah. In order to make the connection, you can be with someone for years and years. If you connect spiritually, you can
Right.
always find new ways of doing things, having sex.
Correct, yeah.
Having fun. But when you're not connected, it doesn't work.
I mean, if you're connected, then guess what? You'll have sex in a bucket of sand. You're like, oh, this is rough
Right.
sand, but come on, baby, let's
Right,
go.
right. Because
Right.
it's exciting.
And-
You've never done it there before,
Right.
so let's do it there now. But that's the connection. That's the connection you need to have.
And I think that's cool, but I also think that after 50, you also have to accept that your mentality has changed, right? You're different.
Yeah.
You're different. So sex is not a priority, right? Friendship is a priority. Me loving you as a person, is a priority.
Right.
Right? And then if we decide to, or if we put the hump down, that's cool. That's just kind of icing on the cake, really.
Well, there's some old hoes out here, though.
Some who?
There's some old hoes.
Oh, there's no doubt.
There's some old ass hoes out here.
So,
Sorry.
Rocky, are you an old hoe?
Rocky's like, I'm an old
Okay.
hoe. Go ahead, Gary. D.
All right.
so Rock, no, you said something that was very important. I think, the conversation.
Yeah.
Right? Being able to have that, having the conversation, and I guess I was fortunate that I was one of those people that I matured very early.
Mm-hmm.
But so by the time I was in my, my 40s or even late 30s, going in my 40s, I valued the conversation.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a sexual person and I love sex, but the conversation, like if I could have a conversation with her and she could have a conversation with me and it's
Right.
a great conversation,
Right.
that's like the sex is icing on the cake.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
That makes
That's
sense.
great.
I mean, that's why it was interesting because people used to say to me, because I went on the road all the time, right? I always traveled, and I traveled all over the world. I've been any place you could basically imagine and think of, and the city in that place, I've probably been there, right? And people didn't understand when I said, they were like, oh, you're on the road. You're getting all that sex. You're getting all them groupies up on you, right? But what they didn't understand was I didn't have enough time to be in one place to get with a groupie,
Wow.
right? Because the groupie sex is you meet in the club, you barely speak, and then she might even not even speak English in the first place.
Right.
And then you get in the room, and then you do what you got to do, and it's more of a physical transaction.
Right.
Right. For me, it was always mental. So if I couldn't spend enough time in the town I was in or the city I was in to get to know somebody and go,
right,
all right, let's do it. Or if you couldn't pop it off within the first 15, 20 minutes of us conversating
That's right.
so we could pop it off, I wasn't doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there was no mental connection.
Yeah.
Right? So my groupie experience was very limited. It was very limited. It was very limited. I didn't really worry about that. But and then you understand, I toured all my life, and then I toured after 50.
Right.
Right? And after 50, it was really like, okay, so here's my issue. I'm 51 or 50.
Okay.
I'm performing in the club with a bunch of 21-year-olds.
Ooh.
What do I have in common with them?
Exactly.
What conversation can I have with you?
Okay.
You're 25. I don't want anything to do with you. You are inherently a headache, basically. Right? We're going to talk. You're going to and talk about a whole bunch of stuff that I already know and I really don't give a rat's butt about. Right? So my touring experience in terms of my sexuality was very limited. But now that I'm here,
Yeah.
right, you kind of like, it makes it easier for people to leave. Right?
Yeah.
So if you're in a relationship, right, and you're over 50 and someone wants to leave, you be like, yeah, fuck it, go. Right?
Basically.
You know, when we was in our 20s, we were like, baby, please don't do it, baby. Baby, please. I loved it, you.
Right.
Right? And we bugging and we thinking about all the things that's right. You think about all the things that your mate is going to do with the next person. Oh my God. Here goes men. Men are like this. My God. Is his penis bigger than mine? That's the whole thing.
Wow.
Like, is it bigger than mine?
Do he do it better?
Right?
Oh my
Does it
God.
do that?
Yeah.
Does it eat it? Right?
Oh
but our main thing is we don't even care about the rest of it. We're just like immediately, is his penis bigger than mine? That's why you love him.
Wow.
Because he has a big penis. I mean, I'm good, but he's better.
Yeah. Wow.
He's hitting that spot on the inside that I can't get to.
Wow.
I can't extend to get to, right? Like, so we're thinking that once a woman, let me talk from a man's standpoint,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna go to you.
Oh, okay.
Once a
Aren't you
woman,
gonna go to commercial?
no, yeah, you know what? I gotta hit a commercial. Oh, damn! Let me hit this commercial real quick because I gotta pay some bills. Hold
There
on,
you
yo.
go.
This is OutSystems, the most full-stack application development platform for professional developers. Quickly create mobile and web applications, chatbots, and reactive web apps for any device. Build your data models, workflows, logic, and pixel-perfect user interfaces and interactions, and even add your custom code, all inside the most advanced IDE. Integrate any system and source of data and publish with a click. Get more done with OutSystems.
All right, y'all, we're back. All right. So here's what I want to ask Robbie.
Yes.
All right, sex after 50 for you, and maybe because you haven't had it in 5 years, but tell me where it went left. But
Didn't go left.
but what are you thinking? Like, are you 50 yet? By the way.
I'm 51.
All right, so talk about it. What happens?
Nothing. I decided. Where you going?
I'm getting up. I gotta go pee.
All right, fine. All right. So I am what people would consider celibate. I am celibate. I have not had sex in almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years. I think March will be.
Okay.
I've been counting the months.
Okay.
And I decided to do that consciously. It's not like there was not someone interested in me. That I wouldn't want to be with. I just made a conscious decision that, you know what? When I dated, I was usually in relationships, long ones that really didn't go anywhere.
Okay.
Like I've never been married, but I have been like that girlfriend for like 10 years,
Oh,
you know.
Yeah.
And it's a waste of time. Honestly, it's a waste of time. I am not putting myself back into another situation where it's taking from me.
Right.
You know, I made that a conscious decision for a long time now. As a girlfriend, I'm a great girlfriend. But I'm not going to throw myself into small, intermittent bull crap relationships just to be with someone. I'm not going to be with someone just to be with someone.
I agree.
Fair enough. I get it.
I agree.
understand.
Like, it's like that, really, right? Because you're like, you want to find your death mate, right? You want to find the person you're going to die
I don't
with.
want to think of it like that.
Well, I mean, because it is what it is. Listen, at 50, here's the deal. The dirt is 3/4 high on your waist, right? You're in the dirt, okay? And so the deal with the dirt is this. The person that you choose at this age will be the person that is there, that should be there in the end.
That should be. Yeah.
Right, that should be there in the end. And that's kind of what you're looking for, you know what I'm saying? And, I mean...
Well, you have to have a death pact because, listen...
Because I'm down.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that,
pact.
there was a study, right, that said that most relationships where the man gets sick and he needs to be taken care of, the woman is there, that's an automatic default. But when a woman gets sick in a relationship, the man does not, he does not take care of her.
Yeah, it puts her in a nursing home.
Right.
Yeah.
So when
I'm going to be there, though. I ain't no sucker. I ain't no sucker. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I ain't no sucker, son.
Well, I mean, you may be one.
I'm a healthcare provider.
Right.
And, if my woman is sick, then we going to ride this out to the end.
But not everyone is like you, though.
Right. Yeah,
you know?
I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to take care
Rocky
of you.
has something to say.
Yes, Rocky.
Now, what if you're divorced after 50? You want to get started over again?
Oh, divorce after 50. Yes. That's a good topic, too.
You
and
know
how do you
what?
start over again?
All right, so if you're divorced after 50, and some of y'all in this room are on your way to being divorced,
Ooh.
I talk to y'all personally.
Uh-oh.
And I'm just saying, like, how do you start over, right? Well, let me give you some things that you shouldn't do.
Uh-oh.
All right, pitfalls.
The
One,
rules according to...
according to Rock, right? Here's the deal. Number one, online dating is a crapshoot in the dark. I'm not going to say it's a total bust.
Wow.
I'm just saying that some people or a lot of people that date online aren't able to really function in like real life society, and they are socially inept, right? So they create these things online for them to be who you want them to
avatar.
be. Right, you create an avatar. Right, and that ain't really who you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then and then you don't get a sense of a person's actual personality until you meet them. Right? It's easy to be online. It's easy to be online. And because it's like my mother used to say, come see me, come live with me.
Oh.
Two different people.
Right.
So online is come see me. I can be sweet and charming and all of that. And then you come to my house and the shit is a train wreck. Right. And I'm a maniac.
Right.
And I'm bugging.
Right.
And I'm unpleasant.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're going to date after 50, I think after a divorce, I think that you need to turn to familiar places that you can meet people at, right?
Who is it?
Well, that's my daughter. Yeah. Whether it's your job or where you can actually meet people at, or church, right? Great place.
Yeah.
At least these are people you interact with on a regular basis, versus you finding a stranger who you got to go.
Right.
So why are you dating online?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think here's the interesting thing. I mean, we're in this day and age where social networking that's the thing. So I guess fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how someone looks at it, people have the convenience of social networking to I guess, look through profile.
Yeah, and it
all
does
that
work
stuff.
in some instances,
Right, and
but
like,
not all of them.
I have like 3 friends that actually got married, but
Okay.
that doesn't happen for everybody.
You said 3?
Yeah, 3.
That's a big percentage.
Yeah, no, I got 3 friends that actually got
That's
married.
a big percentage.
They actually met online, and it actually really worked out. And they all 3 they're living happily.
That's
ever
great.
after. But I think that when it comes to online dating now, because you get people that are in different states.
I don't know.
You know, it's not like back in the days when we date. Oh, she lived down the block or around the corner,
Right.
or 20 minutes away. Now
Right.
you get people that live in different states.
Okay.
You know, and I think when it comes to the online dating, you want to be able to have video chats.
Right.
Obviously, set up time where y'all
True.
can see each other.
Right.
Because you can only say so much on the phone and say so much on video.
You right.
Correct. Yeah.
But you want to be able to be there with the person.
I
Yeah.
gotta know you.
Feel their energy.
You need the vibe. You need to, feel the vibes.
And that's very important. But here's the other end, which is, and I think a couple of weeks ago we did a show where I was going to bring up this point. So with COVID,
Yes.
because I think we talked about sex and COVID.
Yeah.
So there was an article.
Fucked it up.
Stop.
Sorry,
Don't.
Stephen Richardson.
So there was an
Don't
article.
cuss.
I'm a.
Oh,
edit
okay.
that. I'm gonna edit
so-
that. But y'all don't do it.
There was an article on PBS, and they talked about online dating during COVID.
Oh, they did. They had a special.
Yeah, and they actually said it was a good thing because
Oh.
their spin on it was, or I shouldn't say spin, their take on it was, you have time to actually get to know the person,
Okay.
like talk to them and see them, because again now with video chatting and things like
Oh,
that,
like Zoom and Skype
yeah.
and
So
right.
since we can't go outside and go to dinner and
Right.
movies and all that other stuff, well now in the comfort of your own home, you could Zoom with them, chat, and all. So instead of jumping into bed, because there's some people.
Yeah.
Just masturbate through Zoom. Right?
Right. Let me get my finger on.
Yeah.
Come on, baby, get that finger going.
No.
Go ahead, work it.
There's some people on the first date. Some people on the first date, they want to go
Work
and have
it, baby.
sex, but now it's like
They can mutually masturbate through Zoom now.
in this COVID era,
Right.
dating online, like you could take time to
That
actually,
sounds- that sounds pretty hard,
you can get to know the person. So I thought that was very, very interesting.
Well, you know what's interesting about that, right? And I think it's very interesting because you could be like, "Listen, baby, we've been chatting for quite some time.
Right. Pop them drawers off. Show me what you got.
Let me see what's under the hood.
Twerk it to the camera.
Pop them drawers off. Let me see what's going down. Do you got a doozy, which is a big
No, I'm just
vagina?
saying, instead of sending like a dick pic,
Do you have a tight vagina? Because then after that, you can make a decision. You be like, listen,
it's like
apparently,
shopping.
yes, apparently your vagina is very big,
It's like Amazon.
and I know myself, and I'm not gonna fit that, right?
Right.
You're not my style. You have a big vagina,
And then you could swipe.
right? Then you can be like big vagina, right? You know what I'm saying? But I think that what is good about what you're talking about is you can ask questions that you might want to ask. You know what I'm saying? Can you send me a genital picture? Right? Can you send me your boobies? Right? And you can do that. You know what I'm saying? And he'd be like, yeah, I kind of like her. All right, she's kind of cool. Oh, a little saggy. That's messed up. Oh, looks like she has a prolapsed
Well, you can't see a prolapsed uterus.
Listen, I don't know. You see a little puffiness and stuff, you're like, oh, that's prolapsed. I'm just right.
No.
But so you might be able to make some decisions on whether or not you want to proceed. But I think also there's a magic lost in that, right?
Okay.
Because the beauty in that is if a person has an imperfect body, but they
What is an
have
imperfect body?
an
You
imperfect
got a
body
minute.
is a body in terms of shape, right? And we'll go to commercial, right? Just maybe, imperfect is based on the eye of the beholder, right? So it just might be you. You don't like this, or you don't like that, or you don't like this, right?
Okay.
And then they start posting it, in the Zoom on you, right?
Right.
Then you might be missing something magical. Because a physical imperfection, you could be missing a mental connection that you'd be like, physically, maybe it don't work for me, but mentally, spiritually, in my heart, in my mind, right, it works for me, and through that, you're like, I love what you look like.
Right.
I love what you feel like. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so I think the internet is depriving us of that because that's how we used to get down before the internet. It was a shock, right? You'd be like, all right, baby, come on, take over. Because like, wow.
Right.
However,
Right.
y'all been chilling so long, you're like, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
And then you do it and you're like, oh, you know what? Wow.
Wow.
Because in sex, you still have a mental, physical connection. You still have that.
Now go to commercial.
So now you do that, right? And right now, chat room's probably getting wet. Hold on. All right.
Lubricated chat room.
I'm gonna go to commercial real quick.
Yeah,
Hold
that's
on, yo.
right.
All
You working yourself up there, buddy.
This is OutSystems, the most complete full-stack application development platform for professional developers. Quickly create mobile and web applications, chatbots, and reactive web apps for any device. Build your data models, workflows, logic, and pixel-perfect user interfaces and interactions, and even add your custom code, all inside the most advanced IDE. Integrate any system and source of data and publish with a click. Get more done with OutSystems.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. All right.
So let's shout out some people in the chat room.
Let's see what we got going on. All right. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm drinking some beer. And I did that again. Sorry. Yeah, that happened. All right. Yep. And LaFonda Map is like, yes, it does, Gary. Makes a whole lot of sense. Not sure where we were in that chat.
Well, was when Gary was talking.
Right?
A long time ago.
Barry said P, and it says P. And Yvette still says True Robin. Frau Mungo has agreed. That's my brother right there.
There you go.
Yeah, I miss Frau. You gotta come to New York, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we could chop it up and talk some
There you go.
stuff.
So, okay.
All right, so
My friend Tona in California, she said, "Amen, Robin," to I guess the last point that you had made.
yeah. So, all right. So I have women at the table.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you, how is your libido after 50?
Oh,
Like,
fantastic.
are you like super horny? Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
listen,
I'm not dead.
You 5 years on the donut.
No, but I'm not dead. I mean,
You 5
I've
years on the
always,
donut.
I've always had a strong libido. Always.
Okay, all right.
You know, I
That's
can put
'cause
it to sleep.
That's good
But
circulation.
when the beast is awoken, buddy, you better, Godzilla. It's coming down. Like, feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long. No, I mean,
Lord. Yeah.
the libido. Now, the libido is, to me, it's it never changed.
Right.
I think the only thing now that really changed my body chemistry is the menopause. The menopause can actually make your system go out of whack a little bit.
Okay.
However,
What happens with that?
well,
When you
for
say it
me,
goes out
it's
of
more.
whack?
Well, I don't get cranky or anything. It's just I get really hot. I get sweaty, and I don't know, and I get a little bloated. But,
Okay.
But other than that, I mean, it really doesn't change my libido at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Gotcha. All right.
Now, I'm still one of those women that get their periods. I just want you to know that.
Blood clot.
I mean, look, I still get it.
Blood clot.
That's right. I still get it. That's right. I can still pop a baby out. An old baby.
That's the blood clot.
I could pop an old baby.
You know, that's good circulation right there.
There you go.
If you got good circulation, you can rock it over 50. Blood clot.
No, I'm not doing that, bro. Not doing that.
Listen, blood clot.
No.
Michelle,
Yes.
how's your libido? I think it's sort of like it's been regulated. I'm just saying, like, you're not like always like horny all the time. I'm just thinking, right? Exactly. Right.
You got shit to do.
Think,
Right, because we got stuff. Yeah. So what are your priorities? What are your priorities?
You know what it is. You know what it is for me. I think the menopause, and not only the menopause. I think maybe it's like me and my honey. We've been together now for 15 years.
Right.
So like the attraction. I think that's what it is for me, and that's I think that's what it is.
Right.
And is it a physical
Because-
attraction or mental?
I think it's physical.
Really?
I think so.
Oh my God.
Because if I I just took my little 2 feet out the door before.
Yeah.
Remember Chris?
I do.
So I was attracted. We was attracted to each other. So So I think maybe that's what it is.
Right.
Okay, all right. I'm feeling like, oh shit. Now I feel like I gotta work out.
Why?
No, because I got Rocky over here. You know, I live with Rocky, right? Big shout out to Rocky D. Right? And let me tell you something. This dude still has a 6-pack, and he's older than I am, right? I'm on a lot of shape and funky, smoking cigars. He's like, he takes his shirt off, he's like, yeah!
Well, he's proud of his body, you know?
But he looks good at 54.
So I think
Yeah, that's right.
54, yeah.
I think maybe I don't know. Maybe
Well, I mean, look.
No, that's cool.
Single.
Yeah. I mean, when you've been with a partner a long time.
yeah, and not even like how he looked. He's not, I think maybe. Let me see how I can put this.
Gently.
Because we've been together so long, so it's just like. It's just whack. I think maybe I could just say
You gotta
like
see
that.
him in
It's
a
like
whole
kinda-
nother light. Like, you gotta
kinda
be a whole
corny
different
now, like
person.
it's-
Right.
Like the sex part is corny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Damn,
get it.
it's-
I get it. Yeah, no, I get it.
All right, fine.
So
and
that's
then-
just one of the reasons too why I don't even be having.
Yeah.
I get it, though.
Because sometimes I told you that tap in between the thighs.
Right.
I be saying to myself, oh,
Like, no, it ain't the time, bro. Right.
to myself.
Oh, God.
Like, oh,
Oh,
God.
he don't know nobody.
Not
that
again.
know
It's
me on
2
here.
a.m. Why are you doing
One-eyed
this?
monster trying to.
Please.
I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Right, I got stuff to do.
I can get that. I
I'd
can get
rather wash the dishes.
Right.
You know?
Right. I can get that. Because sex,
But
it.
with the little slap and flip it, rub it down.
Oh, no.
There you go. Right. So LaFonda says, represent us, Robin. That's right. We still got it over 50.
Yeah.
Now I'm
nothing's
not
wrong,
sure.
no,
I'm not sure
telling
if she's
you.
saying she still gets her period.
No,
Oh,
I mean her libido. Right.
Like, we still got our period over 50.
Look, hey, look, and orgasms are very important. You don't want to be, look.
Yeah,
can
no,
have
you
sex-
need a nut.
Like a man can have his nut, but if he cannot provide an orgasm, at
Yeah,
least
yeah.
3 of them, then what's the point in even doing it?
Damn, Godzilla. She's like, you gotta do 3.
Absolutely.
You better find a teenager.
No. No.
Motherfucker be like this. Okay, listen, you got a nut. You cool?
Nah,
All right,
you
cool.
gotta
even
stick
need
around.
Right.
No, you gotta stick around.
Yeah, you gonna kill your husband.
No.
They're gonna be like, this nigga died
No,
in
I'll
bed
fortify him with vegetables
on
and,
top of me.
and vitamins. You know?
Oh, you gonna farm you some dick?
You know?
Say I'm gonna raise it.
That's funny.
I'm sorry, Steven. I had to say it. She's like, I'm gonna farm me
Look,
some dick.
you need these kind of vegetables and this kind of, vitamins. Look.
You know what? And not,
Green
I mean, I
peppers,
know we're
red
cracking on it,
chili
but
peppers.
that is kind of a good point.
Yeah, you gotta be
Like-
healthy.
If you are over 50 and you desire sex from someone else that's over 50, you might want to feed them right
Yeah,
so that they can perform.
but that's right.
Because food is everything.
That's right.
Like that. I mean, I cracked on it because it was funny. But the truth is, you're absolutely right.
Yes.
You know, you need to have him juicing and doing things,
Yes.
even if he's not working out. If he's not working out, if you feed him right,
Right.
because feeding him, is about circulation.
That's
Right.
right.
And an erection is all about circulation.
That's correct.
Let's just be clear.
That's right.
Right? I don't do no, politically correct shit here. Edit.
No,
All right.
right.
So it's all about
Yeah, you gotta supplement that diet.
circulation.
You gotta
So you're right.
yeah.
So ladies out there, if your man's, if his meat ain't got a lot of lead in it, doesn't stand strong,
You're not getting at least 2 orgasms,
then you need to change his diet.
right?
And that's kind of crazy.
No Viagra. You don't need Viagra if you eat right.
You don't need Viagra if you eat right.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I've seen some Viagra
Don't
horror
waste
stories.
my
But go ahead,
time.
Gary.
My friend Tara says, she says, I need my deaf partner to mentally and stimulate all of me, including my vagina.
That's
please."
right. Absolutely.
And then she's like, I agree with Robin. Make it worth it.
Yes.
Everybody always agrees with Robin.
Sorry.
Robin, everybody loves you.
I'm saying. Look, it's the women. The women need, they need somebody to have their back. And that's me, Look,
I'm looking at
let
Tara.
me
She
bust
says,
off a couple times.
for me,
Go on
the
your budget way.
timing can be off. This is LaFonda. LaFonda says, for me, the timing can be off, or I'm just not feeling it at the moment. I got a headache. Oh, she does the headache thing. There's a couple things about that, and I'm going to address that right now. Right? And once again, I do not do a politically correct show. So here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
If you got a headache, I'm sure your hand works.
Wow.
If you're on your period, I'm sure your mouth works.
Right.
You're going to do something to get this right.
Bounce them nuts on them chins.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to get teabagged, right?
Wow.
So here's
Wow.
the deal. It's very simple. Because
Pop a
sex after
Tylenol.
50, it's interesting. Because you'll get it how you can get it. It's about the nut, right? So you'll be like, you know what? Yeah, you're on your period. Okay, so I'm sure your jaws are fine and your mouth is good, right? I do that, right? All right. So, you got a toothache? All right. Use your hand, right? And work that out. So you kind of get into these different phases of your life where it's not even about intercourse in terms of actual sex, of actual penetration, penis vaginal sex, right?
Okay.
You're like, listen, just do something to make it fucking cool. You know what I mean? Just work it out. I just want to get the nut at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And I think that kind of comes with the women too. I don't know, because I'm not a woman, but I think that sometimes the work that goes into intercourse, actual intercourse, you be like this, you know what, dude? Just go down. Your mouth work, right? Put your mouth on it, nigga. Right? And you might be cool with that. I don't know. But I'm just saying, I mean, what are we saying, Robin?
What was I saying?
What are we saying?
Well, I mean,
If you didn't feel like having actual penetration, you're tired, it's middle of the night, and somebody
I've never been in that position.
it just goes down on you.
No,
What?
I've never been tired or I've never had a headache.
You see, that's a lot of circulation. LaFonda, get your circulation up, girl.
I mean, well,
So you don't get a headache.
no.
She's like, what?
I'm
What?
usually the aggressor.
Oh, yeah. You gonna kill your husband?
No, I ain't gonna
Yes,
have
you
a
are.
husband.
You're gonna fuck him to death.
No, I'm not.
Death fuck.
Nope.
Robin
You
is
should
the
go to commercial.
I should. Because it's 1:30, I'm going to go to commercial. I'm going to play both of them back to back. We only got 2, so it's not a big deal. It's like 60 seconds.
There
I'll
you
see
go.
you in a minute. Let me mute out the mics, and we go. Oops, sorry. Hold on.
This is OutSystems, the most complete full-stack application development platform for professional developers. Quickly create mobile and web applications, chatbots, and reactive web apps for any device. Build your data models, workflows, logic, and pixel-perfect user interfaces and interactions, and even add your custom code, all inside the most advanced IDE. Integrate any system and source of data and publish with a click. Get more done without.
Yeah, so we're back, y'all.
Hey.
And part of us being back is we were talking about dating over 50, sexuality over 50, how you see things. And I think definitely, you know, if you've had a limited sexual experience in your 50s, you know, yeah, and I think a lot of people that they have explored, but sometimes you got to explore further. Right?
Okay.
You know, if you're not buying the sexy outfits with the stockings and the, you know, and the dude is not buying some sexy outfits or whatever, shit, it could just be sexy pajamas. You know what I'm saying? Some silk pajamas, kind of get in the mood, like all those things. You know, taking a shower together and not doing anything, but just showering together. You know, and sometimes the foreplay is the play, right? The foreplay will get you to where you need to be.
Sometimes the foreplay is the main event.
Correct. Sometimes the foreplay is the main event.
You know?
So you do the foreplay, right? And here it is, guys, after 50. If you want to have sex with somebody after 50, 53, 54, whatever, right? The foreplay starts when you walk out the door. It's how you smell, it's how you look.
Foreplay is never ending.
It's the hand. Let me take your
continuous.
It's
hand
called
while
the
we
love
walking.
language.
Yeah, let's walk together. Let me hold your hand. Let me rub your back. And all those things are
Right.
the foreplay.
Right.
And as you do those things, and maybe ladies, you do those things to him. You know, you rub his palm and you rub his back. And you know what? If he's at the restaurant, you know what? Grab his meat. Be like, yeah, nigga. Right? Ain't no problem with that. Right? You grab his meat and he'd be like, yeah, we're going to get that later. Right? Because now what you've done is you've implanted something in his mind. You set it up. Right? So he's like, yeah,
I can't wait to get home.
I can't wait to get home. Versus a cold start.
Yeah.
The cold start is whack.
Right.
Cold start is whack.
Right.
Now, what is a cold start?
A cold start is y'all don't do anything all day. You get home, you're like, come on, baby, we're going to get it on.
Okay.
That's a cold start.
Yeah.
I'd rather have sex all day. And then do what we're going to do in the bed. Right?
Okay.
Let's have sex all day.
You mean like through communication?
Through communication.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say
through touching. Go ahead, Gary.
that's how you keep it spicy. Like, because I mean, people always talk, and women talk about how their man or husband or boyfriend is boring.
Right.
Some men talk about how their girlfriend or wife is boring. But you have to be able to keep it spicy and keep it ongoing. And part of doing that is the conversation, the texting, the things you do throughout the day. So then when it does come to later on in the evening,
You ready to
Right.
bust.
Yeah, but
y'all
that takes two people.
yeah,
It can't. I mean, one person can try all day long. If the other person's not with it, it's not gonna happen.
But the thing is, right? He's right about something. A little sexting, right? You sexting, you're texting sexual stuff, right? And you're like, yeah, hey baby, I'm gonna eat your beep beep beep.
And she'd be like, "Oh yeah, where you get that from? Your new girlfriend? You get
Right.
that from her?"
And she might
Oh,
feel
this
like
is brand
that.
new. Or you got a girlfriend? You trying it on me?
But no, but he can go, yo, I was listening to the Real Discussion with Rock Logic, and I heard this information.
And
Right?
Robin said,
Bust some nuts 2 times. Bust it two orgasms.
Robin said, I'm gonna stuff your ass with vegetables to make sure you can get it up, right?
And vitamins.
And vitamins. and Rock was like, yo, sexting, right? If you're sexting and you're doing that sexting thing, that's a nice, that's really a nice use of technology. Mm-hmm. So when you get home, you're so hot after all that sexting and talking real dirty stuff, right? And it gets easier the more you do it. Talking that dirty stuff, by the time you get home, you're super horny. Mm-hmm. And she's super horny. And you're like, yeah.
And hygiene is important.
"Oh, absolutely, absolutely."
Hygiene.
If your balls smell, that's a problem.
No, not even that.
Smelly balls.
I actually measure a man's fingernails to see how much crud he got under there. To
Oh,
show
that's crazy.
That, if he don't wash his hands, that means he touching his ass. You don't know.
Digging in his balls.
Well, I mean, it shows, the amount of time and attention you take in taking care of yourself.
Of your balls.
If you don't take care of your nails, it's something as small as your nails can be a lot.
You know what?
Telling
If you
you.
can smell somebody's nails, that means you're scratching your balls.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
well, just
And
dirt.
you're smelling ball smell
Ugh.
on the nails.
No, hygiene
That's
is
true.
sexy.
Listen, lack of hygiene shower
I love hygiene.
is unsexy.
Right.
Hygiene is sexy.
It
right?
is.
Interesting. And I'm going to say this after 50. You're right. Hygiene is sexy.
Yes.
Vitamins
and minerals.
and minerals, and you want a
Yeah.
woman, that hygiene is sexy, man, hygiene is sexy. That's what you need, though.
That's what you gotta have.
Right? You got to have that.
And bust those 2 nuts.
And then,
I got all that.
and then all you people, what? Whatever. Rocky's like, I wash my balls.
Wow.
I got all of that, but the woman.
Okay. I mean, she's coming.
I live with Rocky.
Manifest.
I live with Rocky.
Manifest that.
I live with Rocky. He's very hygiene oriented.
Yeah, you gotta be.
He's very hygiene.
Yeah. You gotta-
Tona says sex in 2020 is whack. Ain't nobody having sex in 2020.
some people
Okay,
are.
what's her name?
Everybody's knocked out.
Tona?
Tony?
Tona. My
Tona.
friend. Yeah, my friend Tona in
All right,
California. Yeah.
Tony in California, let me tell you something. COVID fucked the game
No,
up.
there's a lot of babies being born this year. So
Nah, but you ain't having sex with strangers no more.
Oh,
right?
that.
The deal is, and not even strangers. You're not having sex with people, right, that don't live with you, right? If your girlfriend doesn't live with you, you're like, baby, you got that COVID? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if I got that COVID either. Guess what? Ain't nothing happened. I never thought I would see today, and I've said this on different shows.
Look at that big baby right there.
What the hell?
All right, let me see that.
He was born yesterday.
Oh, let me see that. Let me see that.
baby was born during COVID.
Oh, hold on.
Just
Hold on.
12 pounds.
Hold on. There's a
Baby was
COVID
born
baby.
yesterday. So
I think you turn it to the other side.
Wait, hold on.
April,
Okay.
May, June, July, August.
Oh, I'm gonna show you something. Hold on.
Is that
Okay.
us?
That's a big ass COVID baby.
That's a big ass COVID
He's
baby.
12 pounds and 13 ounces.
He was born
He's
12
a-
pounds.
he's a
That's a
size-
football player right there.
He's the size of a turkey.
You see them big old legs.
Yes, yes.
And that's
COVID
a-
baby.
That's a COVID baby. Mm-hmm. And we love that.
We do.
However, if you're single, you wasn't really trying to see your mate.
Some
During
people,
COVID.
no, some people risked it.
Well, no, you
They
get
did.
horny, you got to make it happen.
Right.
Human nature is human nature.
That's
That's
true.
right. That's right.
do.
That's right.
In the chat room, hold on. Anthony Wright says, "What up,
Hey, Tone.
perverts
No, wait a minute.
and turtle cuddling?"
See, I knew it.
Right.
You
And
think
then
I'm-
LaFonda says, "Have sex with a mask on."
That's ridiculous.
Hey, wait. So
Yvette Sill says, "Nothing like a man that smells. A funky man ain't cool."
That's right.
LaFonda says, "Me too. Love my bath and body works.
That's right.
Of course, hygiene is important.
Hygiene is
Robin."
very important. Some people, you know, Don't
If
take it
you have funky
seriously.
balls, it's rough.
Hey, on the New York State Health Department site, they actually, when it comes to sex during COVID, they said you should have sex with a mask on.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
Well,
like,
I mean,
All right,
look.
now let's just be clear. If I'm not saying I'm this guy, I'm just saying if you're a guy that doesn't have sex with a condom, I very much doubt you're gonna wear a mask. I'm just listen. Raw dog is raw dog. I'm not saying this is me. All right, so all y'all out there, I'm not saying this is me. I'm just saying, personality traits are personality traits. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
But yeah, you probably should wear a mask, I guess. That'd be
Well, I
good.
mean, there's toys you can play with too.
All right, what toys, Robin? Because I know you know.
I do.
5 years, you must be using something.
Oh, not me. This is for men.
You can't go 5 years without a dildo.
I don't
Use something.
No. I
A
don't
vibrator?
Use no, I don't use a dildo or vibrator.
A rabbit.
I don't use nothing. I got these.
Oh yeah, those are strong
You see,
hands.
see these veins?
Yeah, those are strong hands. Robin's just gonna rub the shit out.
alrighty then.
She don't need no apparatus.
No, I do not.
If Robin wrote a rap rhyme, she'd be like, "You know my status. I don't need no apparatus."
Well, I mean, listen, for men, they have these, like superhead honcho masturbators where you stick, your penis in and it pulsates and you just, get your business done. That's a safe, sex mechanism.
What is that? What is that? Sorry. I was texting. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's a superhead honcho masturbator. It's for
Who's that for?
men.
It's
It's
like
for
a
men.
Fifi
Oh, you
bag
stick
or
your joint in
something
it.
like
Yeah,
that.
you stick it in there.
Wow.
You get it in there.
So now we're dealing with
Like a
now we're
Fifi
dealing with sex 2020,
Sex 2020.
COVID.
Look, this is another
doing?
one.
What's that?
This is
Go ahead.
another one.
What is together?
It's a 2-in-1 stroker, realistic vagina and ass.
What the hell?
What?
Yes. It's a 2-in-1 stroker.
That's kind of dope.
Yeah, see?
that has powder and lotion on the inside.
So now, is
Yes.
it mechanical or you got to work it with yourself
gotta
with your
work it-
hand?
Like
Come
a
on,
Fifi
use your
bag.
Does
hand.
it have batteries?
No.
No, just work it with your hand.
Just work it with your hand. I use mine.
Oh, Lord. Anthony's right, like, oh my God. Yvette's like at LaFonda laughing. She's cracking up.
Oh, this is one that says Sasha
Give him a
Grey Deep Throat Pocket Pal.
Oh, wait,
It's
hold
a
on. We got-
pocket pal.
Oh, wait, hold on. Now, guys, here's the deal.
So wait a minute, but hold up. If you don't
Sex
know
and
who,
COVID.
if you don't know who Sasha Grey is, you need to Google her.
She's a porn star.
Yeah.
It even has her tongue in there, too.
All right, guys, hold on. Let me put this on. And I'm sorry that I don't have these. This happens on the fly, so I don't know. So I'm sorry. But here you go, right? I'm gonna put it up to the camera. So there you go, right there, right? You see that?
There you go.
So fellas, if you're alone and you want to maintain your COVID negative status,
Pop on a Sasha Grey porno.
Tonsil.
there it is, right?
Yeah,
so
there
you
we
do
go.
that with the tongue. Totally
It's
ridiculous.
45% off.
Oh wow, and it's cheap. Hold on, let me just roll it out.
And it's cheap.
Hey, look. They got a
Guys.
stop.
$27.95.
For $27.95, fellas, you're gonna have a great
Mash your
time.
monkey all night.
Mash that
You
monkey.
can mash the monkey.
Mash that monkey shell. Yeah, that's right. We have gone off the rails.
All right, listen here. Oh wait, we're
Yeah.
So wait
commercial.
up, guys. For those
I
of
gotta
you
do a
who
commercial.
don't know who Sasha Grey is,
you know Gary knows Sasha Grey. It's like
Yes, he does.
personally.
Gary has all the facts.
you got all,
Yeah, it's
all
scary
the
facts.
DVD.
Yeah, no,
So,
he watching on Pornhub.
Let
That's what he
me
do.
let me go to commercial after we've sold sex things on the show right now. And listen, I'll just like
I
sex
bet you
after-
follow her on Twitter, don't you?
Right? No.
Oh, okay. Instagram.
All right, I'm gonna go to commercial. Y'all.
You got off to her in your mind.
The most complete full stack application application development platform for professional developers. Quickly create mobile and web applications, chatbots, and reactive web apps for any device. Build your data models, workflows, logic, and pixel-perfect user interfaces and interactions, and even add your custom code, all inside the most advanced IDE. Integrate any system and source of data and publish with a click. Get more done with OutSystems.
Yeah, we back. Rocky D's in the house.
This was heavy.
This was heavy.
This was heavy.
I don't think you got a lot.
That's Robin.
The show went all the way left.
Yeah.
And off the rails.
We
had an
but
off the
we
rails.
were kind of where we needed to be, Robin with nurturing.
Yes, fortifying,
Yeah,
supplementing.
she's fortifying a stern penis.
Yes,
right?
you have to,
That's a
yes,
big
you
deal.
have to raise it, honey.
Right. With,
Triple A,
clams
Look,
and oysters
you gotta
incorporated into
stamp
that
that
diet.
thing with, the A. You gotta put an A on that.
So here's what I want to say about this. Sexuality after 50 doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be whack. If what you have to understand is if your sex is going bad, and I'm not saying this is a general sort of a scenario. It doesn't work for everybody. But for most people that are healthy, if you change your diet, fellas, like you're laying next to your old lady and it just ain't doing what it need to do. If you change your diet, that can change your situation. Also, another big thing that we miss in our sexuality is circulation, right? And the thing about circulation is your blood has to move. So when you jog, when you work out, when you do cardiovascular exercises, this will increase your libido. When you lose weight because of that, you're going to be super horny. It will increase your libido. The problem is, we did cardiovascular when we were kids. We rode bikes, we ran, we played tag, we played hopscotch, jump rope, double dutch. We did all these things that kept our blood moving. And then when we got older, we stopped doing those things. Blood circulation that sits still, stays still. Blood that moves, moves, right? And your blood is everything, y'all. Your blood is everything. So I'm not saying that I'm coming to you with a cure for erectile dysfunction. I'm not saying that. There's some of y'all need medication. That might be the deal. But a lot of us, if we simply lost some weight, did some exercises, took some of Robin's food that
And
she
vitamins.
has going on, and vitamins, then maybe you can get some lead in your pencil.
Yeah, but that's only half of the work, though.
What's
There's
the other half?
more.
All right. I want to hear this go.
No.
No, I want to hear it.
It's about energy. It's about the energy you put out. Like, for example, if you wanna really get in tune with a woman's body,
I got to pee.
go.
Keep saying it. Just keep saying it.
No, I'm just saying, if you really want to get in tune with a woman's body, sometimes a simple oil massage will do. Put some candles on. Get erotic with her body, but not to the point where you're having sex. You just get close to her, rubber in ways that builds her heat, right? And get to know your woman's body, because honestly, a lot of men just want to bust a nut, but they don't know anything about a woman's body.
Well, I'll tell you.
And they don't care.
And you're absolutely right. One of the things that I've always done in the past, like, I give great massages.
All right, Gary,
And
put
that
it
has
out there.
always
That's right.
that has always
Yeah.
done the trick. And it was never nothing sexual.
No,
You
that's
understand?
right.
It was never, she lays on her stomach and I massage from the back of her neck
Yeah.
down to her lower back.
Yeah.
It does wonders.
There's actually a porn genre for massages.
Okay.
Yeah, you watch a massage porn, you see exactly how it works. It's tantric. Yeah, you You gotta know a woman's body. You gotta know it, but you gotta move your hands around her, feel her.
I agree.
You gotta know where her spots are without even penetrating her.
Correct.
You can get those 2 nuts from her. You might get a spray or 2. You know?
You can massage her to orgasm.
Yes.
Skadoosh.
She can actually have an orgasm before you actually penetrate
That's
her.
what I'm saying. If you know what you're doing, you can massage her to orgasm.
Men have lost their love language. They've lost it. I think the end result of busting a nut takes away their ability to take the time to get to know a woman, right? And know what it is that she wants. If you go in all selfish, like I'm gonna get mine, then why are you expecting her to put her nuts on your nuts on her neck?
I agree.
You know what I mean? Don't be putting your ashy balls on my neck. I just want, you know what I'm saying?
Ashy, smelly balls.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Tell me vitamins you take. I'm just saying.
Well,
No, I mean, you gotta know a woman's body. No, if you have a woman or you want to have a woman, get to know her body first. Try a massage before you do penetration. That's all I'm saying. And I'm sorry, Tone, I do turtles, so I just want to put it out there.
oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
He's like, you turtle
Because
smuggler.
I have turtles to take care of. They're my baby
God.
turtles. Scoop.
I so don't want to talk about that.
My turtles.
But I know I think you had a turtle death the other day or something.
No, he was almost. Yeah, I had to nurse him back to health.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing it now.
Well, anyway, antibiotics? Like, what did you
No, I noticed that he was standing still under the lamp. So what I would do is I would put him in like warm water and let him swim around, and then feed him. And then he would be like, slowly he would come back. But I think it was the conditioner I was putting in the tank.
So
It was a chemical that was,
So you are a true nurturer.
I'm a giver.
She's like, I'm gonna make your penis work. I'm gonna make this turtle live. Like, there's a lot going on with that.
That's right.
I love it. Listen, we've definitely hit the 2-hour mark.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it's been wonderful.
It's been fun.
It was a great conversation.
Yeah,
right?
give us
It was a great conversation. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank Yvette Sills for tuning in. LaFonda tunes in. Farrell Mungo for tuning in. Ralph Matos for tuning in. Barry Smith, who was DJ Storm, my brother, for tuning in. Someone tuned in from Thailand, so I can't read their name.
That's nice.
I want to thank them for tuning in. They're like, you want to be famous? I'm like, yeah, I'm already famous. But anyway, all right. Lays for calling in.
Hey, Lays.
And all the other people that I can't see on your shares, right? Because I can't see the text on other people's watch parties. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This is The Real Discussion with Rock Logic. And who's there?
Gary Fax.
And who's on my left?
Robin.
And my guest was?
Michelle.
That's right. This is The Real Discussion with all of us. And we had a great time. Listen, guys, I'm telling you, next week, we're going to do some stuff. So what's today's date, guys?
The 11th.
So what will be next Friday? Next Friday
was the 18th.
18th?
I think so.
All right. So on the 18th, let's do a Christmas party.
Oh.
Okay.
Right? Because after the 18th,
It's
then we
Christmas.
Right. It's Christmas, right? So we don't have to come in
It's
different.
Christmas on a Friday?
Let's. Is it on the Friday?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me go.
Let me
Right.
see.
And I'm kind of thinking you'll want to be home with your families on Christmas. So maybe we do. I mean, I don't care. Listen, we come in, for on Christmas.
Yeah, who cares about those damn
Right.
kids?
And do
Next
that.
week, Friday's the 18th. Next week, Friday's the 18th, and the following Friday is Christmas.
Yes, it is.
So maybe we do Thursday, Christmas Eve, maybe.
I don't care.
Doesn't
Right?
matter.
We have a nice little show.
Sure.
Maybe we'll do that next. And we'll spend Christmas with our supporters.
Okay.
All right.
Because I don't like to call people fans.
All right.
Supporters, people that support us and
Yeah.
keep us going. So we'll do that, and y'all can tune in.
And New Year's Eve?
And New Year's Eve, we'll do the same thing.
Okay.
and we'll have a little champagne
Okay.
and whatever.
Oh, all right.
And we will do the countdown. We will do the actual
Rocky D,
countdown.
the bartender.
Yes.
Yes.
Rocky D's going to be the bartender.
Yes.
And we'll do the actual countdown on
All
that
right,
day.
great.
You know what I'm saying? And we'll do that, right? LaFonda, like, always keep it on. Always keep it. Oh, no, I'm looking at old text. But that's, I think, what we should do. And we'll have a party,
Okay.
right? LaFonda really enjoyed the night.
I'm glad.
So let's have a Christmas Eve party,
Okay.
right? Because Christmas, it'll be late. So let's do the night before. Let's do the night before Christmas.
The night
All
before
through the
Christmas.
house.
All through the studio.
Right? Wasn't it
At the
Creatures
greatest
Stirring?
podcast on
At the
earth.
greatest podcast on earth.
Yes.
And we'll have some fun, and I'll put up a Christmas background and whatever, and we'll have a little tree thing. You know what I mean?
A stupid sweater.
Ugly sweater.
And you know what?
No, ugly sweater, yeah.
Let's all wear some ugly sweaters.
Yes, ugly sweater.
Right? On Christmas Eve. And we'll have some eggnog, and we'll toast, and we'll just kind of talk about stuff. You know what I'm saying? For about 2 hours.
Okay.
All right? And that'll be cool. And then New Year's Eve, y'all, we're going to have a New Year's Eve party right here at the station.
Yes, sir.
I don't care. We're going to have a great time.
All right.
I'm going to count it down with my family. I'm going to count it down with my closest friends. My closest friends are sitting at this table, and one person is not on camera. So I'm going to do it with my people.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we're going to enjoy that.
All right, let's do it.
I bet. Yo, thank you for tuning in. It's a real discussion with Rod Logic, Gary D, and Robin.
Robin.
And I'm done.
Oh, yeah.
High five.